Look at me, out for sunrise. What an amazing turn of events. And not only that, I'm out for sunrise and I don't even have my camera with me. Why? Why don't I have my camera with me? Because I've been able to borrow a DJI Air 3 and I'm down here at Fingal Head, just south of the Gold Coast, to have a fly, try out that sweet, sweet 70mm lens. I can just see the first hint of light on the horizon. I'm gonna set up the drone and just wait till it gets a bit lighter. There is a bank of cloud I can see, so yeah, I don't think we're gonna have much of a sunrise, particularly since there's nothing above us, but oh well. Beautiful to be out. It's just a light breeze. Ocean sounds like it's not that big at the moment, which is surprising, and I can hear lots and lots and lots of seabirds off on, I've forgotten what the name of it, Cook Island, I think that is. Cook Island, that's just off the coast here.
Home point updated. Home point updated.
Oh wow, that was so much fun. I've never flown a drone other than my Mini 3 Pro before, and it's amazing how much less I worried about the Air 3 than my little Mini 3 Pro. Just because it's so big, it feels so much more substantial. So I just didn't fret about it at all. In saying that, it's not a windy day at all either. It's just a nice gentle breeze, but oh yeah. I love that 70mm lens. It's just so good. I've got to say, I'm very tempted by the little new Mini 5 Pro. But yeah, I don't know. An Air 3S would be pretty awesome. So after being home, doing all the photos and thinking about it some more, I've got a bit more of an idea about whether I would actually get an Air 3S for myself for landscape photography. And I think the advantages are obviously that 70mm lens. Number one, it's huge. If you're using it for video, the difference between the Mini 5 Pro and what it can do with its 2x zoom and that 70mm is not quite so significant. But given you can't do that with photography, there's a massive incentive to get the bigger drone for landscape photography. Obviously, the other ones are battery life is just so much better. Although if you get the plus batteries with the minis, then that kind of brings it back up. But its stability and robustness and just having the faith in the drone that if it's windy, it can handle it with the bigger ones, I think is a big thing too. Now, the downside, I will say, the one thing I really missed in taking photos with it over my Mini 3 Pro was that the gimbal cannot go into vertical. And I really love doing panoramas with my drone now, and I don't like the built-in settings. I don't find that they work very well for me. I much prefer to do it the same way I do with my camera. I put the gimbal up into vertical and just shoot horizontally across. And I find I get really good panoramas doing it that way. Now, obviously, I can't do that with the Air 3 or with the Air 3S. So for myself personally, I think if you're looking at a drone for landscape photography, I'd really be holding off until the Air 4 comes out, whenever that may be, because I'm positive, given the Mini 5 Pro, given the Mavic 4 Pro, that the gimbal is going to be able to rotate. So that's going to eliminate that one downside with the big drones. Now, obviously, the other downside is the actual size itself. I think if you're somebody who hikes a lot, is needing to carry the drone a long way, and particularly if you're also a landscape photographer and you've got other gear, having a mini drone is vital. For me, I will always, if I could only have one drone, have a mini one for that reason, because otherwise there'll be a whole lot of times I just never take it with me. But ideally, I think you'd have two. You'd have the mini and one of the bigger ones. And I mean, it'd be great to have a Mavic 4 Pro, but they're really expensive, right? I think the Air series are such good value for money, and I definitely, whenever the Air 4 comes out, I'm gonna have a serious think about buying one. It was definitely a good decision to leave my camera at home and just focus on the drone. I wouldn't have flown it as much, and I wouldn't have got the enjoyment out of it that I did. I think if I'd been mixing up between trying to take photos with my camera and fly the drone. And you'll notice I also didn't really take much with this either. I was just concentrating on one thing. So not a lot of talking in this one, just a lot of dronicating. A lot more successful than my last attempt to go out and take photos with my drone, wasn't it? You might have thought I was a little a little rash in not bringing my camera given that experience, but I felt fairly confident that this time with the Air 3 I'd be right, and the weather was also looking pretty good. So yeah, but if you didn't see my last one and my complete drone fail, check that out now, and I will see you next time, probably with another borrowed piece of equipment, but you're just going to have to wait and see if that comes off. All right, thanks so much for watching. Get outside and get taking photos.